Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning into this episode of Small Time Crime. I'm Jay, and with me, as always, is Ella. Ella, how you doing today?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. I'm going to start us off today. I got a little bit of a good one, I think.
I threw you off there.
You did throw me off a little bit.
Love it.
Yeah, no. Okay, so I've got a little one coming out of small town Kansas today. Eric McCracken was arrested when he was in a stolen SUV and a deputy pulled him over.
Dummy.
So he's in jail. You got to make bond. You get your call, right? So he calls his little brother Keith to come bail him out. While this is all going on, they were monitoring a stolen 2015 Silverado they were tracking by GPS. So another officer pulls that car over.
Mm-hmm.
The driver pulls over but flees, ditching the vehicle behind a convenience store and then escaping on foot. So he goes for a big run. They got the dogs out. They're chasing this guy.
Yep.
So they catch up to that man. He's caught behind a different store and brought into custody. That man was identified as Keith Ray McCracken.
Oh, God.
The younger brother that was supposed to bail him out.
So dumb.
Oh, my God. So, you've got your one call, right? And you call your brother that steals vehicle.
So dumb.
To get you out. So he picks you up in a stolen vehicle? As soon as you get out on bail, you're already committing more crimes?
What an idiot.
Yeah. Did they know anybody with a legit license and a car?
Have they not heard of Uber or taxi or, you know what? God forbid, a freaking bus.
They call their mom. Don't they got an uncle?
Oh, no, the mom's too embarrassed. She doesn't want to be associated.
They got to have an Uncle Phil, maybe. Phil McCracken.
Of course they got Phil.
Phil McCracken, I had to. I'm sorry. Here's a little, here's a fun fact. Here's a little fun fact. Both the vehicles that those brothers stole were Chevys. They like their brands. They like to steal Chevys. Yeah. So that's a pair of dumb brothers there. Yeah, I don't know why you would call your one brother that steals vehicles. He's probably a wanted felon as well to come bail you out of jail.
It makes no sense.
You got the money. Throw an extra 20 in for an
Maybe
Uber.
everyone in their family's a criminal. That was just the best choice.
Maybe a little brother. Fuck.
Who knows?
Who knows?
I mean, let's go from two dummies to one real dummy.
Okay.
25-year-old Andrew Davidson of Scotland gave passengers a lot to talk about on a train ride from Aberdeen to Glasgow.
Okay, so he's riding the train. He's a little talky. Maybe had a couple pops. Who knows?
We'll see. Witnesses say Davidson was somewhat of a menace since the time he got on the train. He was slightly inebriated when he began his journey, and things only got worse as he was buying drink after drink. And apparently, after a while, he decided it would be a fantastic idea to start trying to kiss the girl who was pushing the drink trolley.
Okay.
This did not go over well with the girl in question.
Not.
She was reportedly refusing his advances over and over, and finally, some good Samaritans attempted to get him to leave her alone.
Yeah.
Davidson was naturally then denied service after he grabbed the arm of the attendant again and told her he was going to kiss her, whether she liked it or not.
So him being drunk and everything wasn't enough to end service. It took him trying to put a move on her.
Oh, yeah, they like their liquor over there. In the UK? Oh, yeah. There's got to be a valid reason for you to take someone's booze away. Yeah. Anyways, the attendant fled the scene, and Davidson was then attempting to sit on the laps of female passengers.
Okay, yeah. Miss Goozy, like that European road trip video, the title, where that European guy.
I love that one. Finally, Davidson fell on the ground and was rolling around talking about what he wanted to do to his boyfriend while rubbing his chest, sticking out his tongue, and making vulgar movements like air humping and stuff.
After putting the moves on a girl.
Yeah.
And now he's talking about his boyfriend.
He is, in fact, homosexual, which is no issue.
Yeah, no.
But it just
I was just curious about him having a boyfriend, but it was a girl. I was just clearing that up.
Yeah. Once Davidson got back on his feet, he found his next victim, the trolley itself. Davidson approached the trolley, started rubbing himself up and down it, loudly exclaiming how cool and comfortable the metal felt against his skin. Basically, he was dry humping this thing and letting everyone know how much he was enjoying it.
Sorry, the joke's there, and I have to say he was running a train.
I guess so. Luckily for everyone involved, the police were waiting at the next station for Davidson, where he was promptly arrested.
There we go.
No charges were laid against Davidson. However, he was ordered to do something called community payback, which I'm fairly certain is like
community service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically community service. He was not added to the sex offender list as the sheriff deemed it was not offensively sexual in nature. I'm not necessarily sure, but like whatever.
That's pretty sexual.
Give the guy a break. Mr. Davidson's solicitor, so lawyer,
yeah.
Garrett Bruce, said his client was absolutely no recollection of the events in question, and in response to the incident has significantly curtailed his social life. Yeah, because nobody wants to go anywhere with him. He's an embarrassing guy. We have one of those.
Yeah,
we have one of those too. According to the solicitor, it is something that has never happened before, and he believes is seriously unlikely to happen again.
Never happened before, right?
Yeah, his client admitted to acting inappropriately and is disgusted by his own behavior. Mr. Bruce finished by saying, ideally, this is the end of the story. I have looked. I did some research, and I have not seen any further incidents, so I'm thinking that really was the end of the story. Okay. This was in 2014, so I think Mr. Davidson may have, curtailed his...
Smartened up, way back on the booze on the trolleys?
Yes.
There we go. Good boy, smarten up. Okay, well, we're going to come back. We're going to go down to U.S. here, back to the U.S. South, University of Florida.
Oh, Florida's always good for a banger.
Yeah. Ours starts off with a gentleman named Andre Delano Hayden Curley, 33 years old. So he's got 4 names. That's a lot of names there to be reading off already. So he caught the attention of Victor, I'm going to butcher this name, Begarestan, a UF, University of Florida, I'm going to say that, UF for short, UF police officer, after weaving dangerously between vehicles in his brand new green Dodge Charger. So he's got a new whip he's trying to show off, right? Squeal the tires. His new whips do, right?
As you do in a new whip.
Yeah, a little green Dodge Charger. I'm surprised you didn't make a comment about the car, to be honest.
I'm holding my tongue.
This podcast is about you making those comments. So as any police officer would do, he pulls him over. So Curley, the driver, steps out of his vehicle, and then the officer starts approaching him. Curley complained that his tire was low on air. Cool. Okay, whatever, right? Tries to pull that card. And then he also claims that he, too, is a police officer for University of Florida and held up by a silver UF police badge.
Oh, no.
Problem is, UF police only has 90 officers.
So they all know each other.
Yeah. So question here, there's schools that big that have their own officers, I guess? I've never been.
I've heard of campus security.
Town. I mean. Security I've heard of, not
this
police.
Well, remember that, I can't remember. We were just listening to the other day, the girl, Kristen Smart.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one. There was some campus police involved. So maybe it's a U.S. thing. I mean.
Probably larger.
I'm assuming places where people are allowed to freely carry guns wherever they feel like it. They might want some police officers there.
So Curley was immediately arrested on charges of impersonating a law enforcement officer.
Sorry, I have to interject. His last name being Curley just totally suits this.
It's Curley with a K, but yeah.
I don't care. It suits the situation.
So, what kind of idiot does this? He could have just simply got his ticket.
Is he drunk? Is
he whatever. No, he didn't need to flash the badge, right? Like, he could have just got his ticket.
Is he drunk or
no? He was sober apparently. There's nothing about drunk.
So he's just stupid. How
just
did he?
Dumb.
Obviously, it's not hard to get into the University of Florida. I'm guessing.
Well, I doesn't say he's a student.
Oh,
right?
I feel like you can't just hang out around campus.
Yeah, I don't know. So, but this isn't the only time he used the badge.
Oh, Jesus.
So hours before his arrest, Curley tried using the badge to score a complimentary fountain drink and a bag of chips at a gas station.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. When he approached the counter wearing gray short-sleeved hoodie and the badge fixed to his necklace, that's like
Miami Vice style?
I'm thinking, does he think he's like Will Smith from Bad Boys or something? I had to. I couldn't resist that one. So he's got a bag of chips in hand, and he asked the clerk to comp the items. When the clerk told him he had to be in uniform, he said, "I'm an undercover. We ain't ever in uniform." That's quoted. Those are the quotes from that. So yeah, they searched Curley's vehicle, found a personal bag filled with stolen.
Did he get the chips and pop?
No, they didn't give them to him.
Okay.
No. So they searched it. They found a personal bag filled with stolen IDs and credit cards.
Oh, cool.
Curly,
this guy wasn't a student. He was just a thief. Okay.
Yeah, Curly said he found him in a parking garage.
Oh, yeah.
And intended to return him to their rightful owners.
Oh.
The oldest trick of the book. And I swear, like, all these dumb criminals must go to the same school. Like, they're all just freaking idiots.
So dumb.
Like, do you not think the officers heard that every freaking time? Come up with something original and new. Maybe they will fucking believe you, bud. So they determined that he had been using the credit cards and all that.
Okay, he just wanted to make sure before he gave them back that they still worked.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So Curly was also wanted on domestic battery charges, so maybe
so he's a dirtbag.
He's a super dirtbag, and I think maybe he did need to pull that badge card on the officer to try and get away. So he didn't run his name. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So he was sentenced to 2 years probation, and then the identity theft charge was dismissed. Among the items reported stolen were a police badge, a purse containing a Taurus, .380 caliber Magnum handgun, credit cards, social securities, passports, all that stuff, a Hello Kitty face mask, and lastly a shotgun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then we've got here's a fun fact. Little fun fact about how shitty this police department is and their security. This isn't the first report of UF police officers having badges and guns stolen.
Oh, it was a police gun.
Yep. In 2020, they had 2 cars break in this department parking lot, and a bunch more stuff had gone missing. So these guys aren't great at keeping their stuff together. Now, here's a good one for you that's going to make you cringe a little bit, Ella.
Oh.
He had a sticker on his car. I know how you feel about stickers.
I'm against them. Don't have stickers on your cars. They're cheesy, tacky, and you look like an idiot.
So he had a big sticker on the windshield of all places, and it read Bama.
Oh, like the Bama football team?
I'm thinking like Alabama. Yeah,
Bama is like the Alabama football team. It's like a big thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was stood for Bama, so I was close. I was part. Yeah. So that's with Curly there.
Well, that guy's real stupid.
Oh, he's an idiot, man. Don't play that badge card, man. Like, oh my god.
Of all things to do, pull a badge of the police department of the police that are pulling you over. I mean, come on.
Yeah, just
dummy.
No, not smart. Should have stolen a different badge from a different department and be like, hey, brother from another force. Like, hey, how you doing, man? They wouldn't even ring you up. They would let you go. They would have trusted you, man. We ain't ever in uniform. Well, maybe you should have had a one. Maybe you should have.
This one's going to raise some issues, I think.
Okay.
We have a true blue Berta Boy on our hands.
Ooh, a good start.
And those guys can be quite vicious. So if you're from Canada, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you aren't, please take a second and look up Berta Boys. And that is Berta, Berta. So just have a look so you have a little idea of where this may be going.
Just hit that Google button. You'll take
Google
2 seconds. Yeah. Pause this. Hit the Google. Come back.
You'll enjoy the results. Yeah. Okay, so our genius today is a man from Grand Prairie named Michael Luton.
Okay.
Mr. Luton. And let me be clear, I'm being super generous calling him Mr. because this guy is a human of the lowest level.
He doesn't deserve it.
Oh, yeah. And I mean lowest level as in intelligence, social skills, and basically any other measurable benchmark. This guy is a complete moron.
Okay.
So Alberta has a law that I think is actually kind of smart, and it's called stunting.
Okay.
So if you're stunting, which is basically if you do anything stupid while driving, you can be pulled over and get a ticket for it.
That's a good law.
Yeah, the ticket for stunting is $567.
Ooh.
So Mr. Luton was pulled over for stunting and received a ticket. During the traffic stop, Mr. Luton was belligerent, disrespectful, and basically, I can't say this any other way than a giant piece of shit.
Okay, we don't like that.
He was using. We're gonna link the videos because.
There's videos posted for this
one. Oh yeah.
Okay.
There's 2 videos. One of the incident happening, and 2 of Mr. Luton after he got out of prison that same day. It is wild. Anyways.
Okay.
He was using homophobic slurs, disgusting words, and if you really want to see how gross he is, watch the video on YouTube.
That's okay.
The arrogance and smugness from this man is unreal. I would love to go into what he was saying, but I will not let these words come out of my mouth. You must watch this video.
Let him speak for himself.
Yeah, and I'm super curious where this dude gets the audacity to talk to anyone. Once you see him, whatever.
Does he have a mullet? I need to know.
No, he does not have a mullet. Oh my God. Anyways, watching the uncomfortable interaction and ridiculous behavior, not only by Mr. Luton, but also by his lovely, and I do mean that with the most sarcasm I can muster, wife, Alexandra.
Oh, he's got a partner. Partnered up.
I can't even. This video must be watched. They are calling the police station, demanding officers, swearing, being rude, using slurs and words that even the most racist of old grannies would find uncomfortable, okay? We're talking, he is the human version of garbage. They were filming because they really thought that they were doing something and that what happened to them, you know, like people were going to be outraged when they see it.
He thought he was in the right and he was trying to like get other people's opinions.
They were filming because of like, look what the police are doing. The police are doing nothing. And this guy is just the biggest idiot. And his wife is just whatever. They were filming because they really thought they were whatever. So they were going to post it online later, but let's just say they thought they were in the right. And that is not what
That's like one of those ones Dinesh would break down.
Oh, probably. Anyways, he finally gets his ticket and is free to go. Okay. Well, that wasn't good enough for him. On the way...
he was racist and everything, and they just gave him a ticket?
Gave him his ticket and told him to get lost.
So you got like a free pass, basically. Of sense, you got a free pass.
When you watch this video, you will understand. I will never have the level of patience that these RCMP officers had. Okay. Anyways, Mr. Luton gets his ticket. He's free to go, and that wasn't good enough for him. On the way pulling out from the roadside stop, he deliberately sideswiped the police officer standing next to his vehicle.
He had a cop in his car?
Yes.
And the cop was standing?
Yes.
Oh my!
And you can see it on the video. Watch him swerve. It's very clear. Anyways, the filming picks up again. They're filming again. Yeah. And where the lovely Alexandra letting everyone know that the RCMP were yelling at them as they drove away because her husband pushed him a little with the car, and now he's yelling, "You hurt me," as they sped away from the scene.
Ridiculous. That's crazy.
Yes. Thank you for your admission on tape, Alexandra. Not only are you the lowest form of human, but you're also stupid enough to confess your husband and admitting that you guys pushed him with the car. Naturally, they're pulled over again. Mr. Luton obviously does not take this well. No. He proceeds to go on another, I don't know how he manages, more racist, more homophobic, and more garbage-filled rampage while refusing to open his window. The cop is politely on the window. Alexandra picks up the phone again. She's calling 911. Oh, they're holding the gun. Yeah, again, trying to get more people to see, and her husband's being harassed. He didn't do anything. Anyways, as this is happening, the cop has his taser pointed at them, and they're freaking out going, "Oh, you have a gun pointed at my husband." They have roll down your fucking window like they asked. Like, it's not hard. Yeah. Anyway, so during the middle of that, the cop just busts the window in. Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
That's time to take her. Yeah.
I mean, again, I can't understand their patience. As this is happening, the officer smashes the window and proceeds to physically pull him out of the car.
Yeah.
Now, I have to admit, I thoroughly enjoyed watching this guy's window get broken and ripped from his car.
Because not only is it going to cost him a little money.
Oh, yeah, because if you can watch this video and not want to punch him in the face, also his wife, you deserve an award. So cut to having another RCMP. So the original one that pulled him over was behind. Yeah. Another one rolls up in front, blocking in the truck, obviously, right? That's what they do. The police officer gets out of his car and walks towards the police car at the back. And Alexandra, the wife, starts begging for help for her husband.
Yeah.
And as the RCMP, oh, please help him. I don't know what, he didn't do anything. All the officer does, which I love, is says, "Shut up," and walks away. And then she's on the phone with the RCMP and she's like, "The officer just told me to shut up." Like, yeah, everyone wants you to shut up.
Just shut up.
She totally deserved that. They purposely hit an officer standing on the side of the road. Nobody wants to help you.
No.
So that's the first video. It kind of ends there. So that night, Mr. Luton posts a video. He goes on a rant. It is hilarious.
So did they arrest him and stuff?
Oh, sorry. He was arrested at the scene.
Yeah, okay.
He was arrested at the scene.
Released on promise to appear, I'm sure.
Yeah, all that crap. So he gets out that night and posts a video saying that he was assaulted by the police. I will say I find that suspect, considering Here's my. His wife filmed everything, but somehow magically forgot to film him getting his ass kicked. Oh. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Also on the video he posted, he was apparently the same night that it happened. He had no marks on his face, no red marks, nothing. It was just his regular ugly mug.
Oh, they must have just got him with the phone book trick.
I guess so. In the video Mr. Luton posted, he said that he believed there was a conspiracy and the police were coming to kill him and that he was protected by gun-wielding Good Samaritans that night. It was wild. You need to watch these videos.
I'm going to right after this.
I want everyone to be as enraged as I am because I saw it and I'm just like, oh my God, this guy is nuts.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't have any more information on the charges, but
it seems pretty fresh, so we'll have to follow up on that one.
I mean, yeah, the video itself posted. So what happened was they originally posted the video of the incident online.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, yeah, you're a dirtbag. You guys are losers. Like they had to take it down, but of course somebody got it.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah, people save the video all the time. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And this one is just wild. And then the second video of him that night, the same thing. They threw it up. They really thought like, yeah, like, yes, like, we were harassed by police, and that one went up too, and they got trashed so bad that they took it down.
They got good stuff for TikTok or whatever, and then they'll post it up there thinking they've got, and in their mind they believe they're right. And then once they start hearing what it like, oh fuck, we were.
Oh, I bet you he has one of those stickers that's like "proud member of the minority." Those stupid
fuck Trudeau
stickers
and all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, fuck Trudeau. That's great. Fuck Trudeau. But I'm specifically, the ones proud member of a small minority group. These these Berta Boy stickers, you got to find them. They're hilarious.
Okay, well, I'm gonna switch gears a little bit here on us. We're gonna go to an escape room.
I love escape rooms.
We've done a few escape rooms ourselves, right?
A few? Probably like 50 at least.
So we know how difficult they could be
to
get out of. This one must have been designed so well, it proved to be a little too difficult for one, and he had to call the police to help getting himself out.
First of all, sorry, before we dig in, every single escape room we've ever been in, the door is not actually locked.
I'm aware.
So okay, sorry. I'm just very.
I'm aware.
I don't understand.
Yeah, you just sit back, relax.
Okay,
take a listen.
I'm in.
So Tamara Bert Rand, who owns NW Escape Experience, is quoted saying, "Some people make it out, and some people don't." But this is not.
I like her already. Sorry.
Yeah,
big fan.
But this isn't a story that you think it's going to be. So they received a call at 5 a.m. from the local sheriff's office saying someone had burgled their store.
Burgled?
Burgled.
That's the word?
Yeah, burgled.
That doesn't sound right. I love it. No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying burgled.
Burgled. The initial reaction when they received the calls, they assumed it was obviously worst case scenario. When they arrived, they realized the situation was a little more comical than they thought.
Yes.
At that point, all they could do was laugh. Someone broke into their storefront by accessing an adjoining door between their escape room and a vacant suite next door. The suspect allegedly pushed over a large set of lockers, blocking the door, and gained access to the store. The man allegedly stole a prop beer.
Fake beer?
Used in one of the escape rooms, a TV remote, and a non-working cell phone.
Oh my God.
After allegedly thieving the items, the burglar settled in for a nice breakfast burrito he brought with him.
He brought his own breakfast. I was wondering where it came from. It wasn't a prop burrito.
No, he brought himself a breakfast burrito.
I love breakfast burritos.
So
They're so good.
But after that, that's when it all went downhill. It's believed he forgot how he got into the space. He got scared, and he called 911 from the business phone.
What?
He reported a home invasion and provided the cops with a fake address, but they were able to track the call from inside the NW Escape Experience room.
This is insane. How high was this dude?
The suspected burglar was later identified as Rye Danielle Wardlaw. He was arrested after authorities interviewed him and had evidence linking him to the burglary. He faces charges of second-degree burglary. Yeah, he's a moron.
What?
He's an idiot. He's drunk.
You already broke in? Break out.
Yeah, how did you get into the one building? I don't know.
I'm impressed how stupid this guy is.
Yeah, they're gonna add this to our escape room list. We're gonna go check this place out.
Yeah, I want to go there. I feel like we'll be able to get out.
I think so too.
Okay, well, I'm not done picking on Canadians for the night.
Okay, great.
These two brothers from Ontario,
Okay.
Damien and Bailey Roy,
Okay.
or maybe Waugh. I'm not sure.
Yeah, either way.
But it is spelled
Roy Waugh. Yeah.
It is spelled the Patrick Waugh way.
Okay.
So, decided they wanted to go on a road trip, which is totally understandable. Road trips are cool, fun, and totally Canadian.
We've been on
Canadians to the teeth. Anyways, they decided they weren't going to just do any old road trip. They were going to Mexico.
Ooh, Lordy.
Which
actually had a friend that did that. Danielle and Paul did that.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Which, from where they were, was approximately 8,000 kilometers.
Yeah, that's a longer trip. Yeah, they came to the West Coast.
But... Okay, caveat. These boys decided, screw it. We don't want to stop for gas.
Okay.
Now, I am not a geographer, but I am fairly certain from Ontario to Mexico, you're going to have to stop for fuel a few times.
I would imagine. I mean, we've done it from coast to Central, and we've had to stop for gas.
Well, that's because I don't like the gas to go below half.
Yeah.
But I mean, we still would have had to stop.
Yeah.
Anyways, also I like snacks at gas station. Beef jerky all across the country.
You found your love of red Gatorade there.
I sure did. While these geniuses came up with a way to skirt the system, they loaded up their 1967 Buick Skylark with a 21 jerry cans of gasoline. Okay. So, first of all, geniuses.
Yeah. And those things got a big trunk, so I've already got it envisioned in my head here.
21, I don't think even a trunk that big. You got some in the back seat for sure.
Wow.
Anyways, whatever. These boys have no passports or valid ID, and they still somehow think the road trip's possible. Their car has no technology, so they just grab a bunch of maps, and they're on their way. At no point did either of these boys think, hey, maybe we should wait until we have these things to do this trip. I don't know, like maybe a passport or just a valid something. I mean, how are you driving a car without valid ID?
I like their style. I've traveled like this lots. I love it.
Yeah, I was thinking it sounds like something you would do.
Just do it. I love it, man. I'm in.
Apparently, their big plan to avoid needing ID was to avoid border stops.
Hey, boys, next time you plan a trip, please reach out. I bring good company. Yeah, I'm great.
I don't think they're going to be allowed to cross borders anytime soon.
Well, we'll go local.
Now, as a Canadian who traveled to the U.S. like a couple times a week before, frequently. I'm not sure how someone thinks they can get their whole ass car past the border, but whatever, try it.
Well,
good on you guys.
Skylark, but
yeah. These guys assumed they had it all figured out. Well, they weren't so great at reading the maps. They ran smack dab into a border checkpoint.
Ooh.
Okay, so this actually happened to us once. Once they spotted it and you couldn't turn around.
Yeah.
I did that in Niagara Falls one time. We were trying to go somewhere and I hit up the border and none of us had our passports. We had guests with us.
And I had weed on me.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, it was horrible. But
it was complete accident.
Yeah, weed was legal in Canada, but not in the U.S. And he's like, yeah, it was good. We got away.
Some passerbys found it strange that this vehicle had just stopped. They just pulled over, like where we had no choice but to keep going and loop around, which, I mean, they probably could have done too, because I think that's a thing.
Yeah.
No, they just stopped 500 meters away from on the side of the road. Totally normal, not weird at all.
They got cold feet?
Yeah. So a few people reported it to the border guards. So shortly after, the border guards approached the vehicle and asked the young men if they were okay. The guys did nothing. They just stared straight ahead, remaining fully just not paying attention and not answering any questions.
Yeah.
Within a couple minutes, obviously, the car is surrounded by vehicles, officers, drones, basically the whole 9 yards of law enforcement is out there wondering what the hell is going on and why there's two guys sitting in a car that close to the border not responding. With all of that happening, the boys were still not saying a word and staring forward. As an officer approached the vehicle, he noticed the 21 jerry cans in the car. And immediately, this was treated as a bomb or terrorism threat.
Of course it would be, yeah.
The border was immediately closed at that checkpoint and all traffic was diverted 100 kilometers away to the nearest crossing.
Ooh, Lordy.
At this point, law enforcement had enough and they decided to bring in a heavy-duty artillery vehicle to approach, so like a tank.
Wow.
I guess this woke the boys up because all of a sudden, as this was happening, they decided, let's make a run for this border in the car. Yes, they decided to hit the gas and try and drive directly through the border checkpoint with all of this going on around them.
Maybe I don't want a road trip with you boys. I take back my
Yeah, they didn't make it far. As they tried to escape, the vehicle as they tried to escape, within seconds they slammed their Skylark into a Border Patrol vehicle and then tried to flee on foot. It went about as well as you would expect or imagine. The boys were on the ground and detained within seconds of getting out of the car.
Well, because I'm thinking like that's so dangerous because even if the jerry can's empty, it's still got all that vapor in there.
Yeah.
And like the combustion, like the air and everything like that. Wow.
Yeah. So
those boys are driving it, like literally driving a bomb.
Yeah. So originally the brothers were charged with terrorism. However, hearing the story and their plan and realizing that wasn't the case.
And talking to them, realized they were probably stupid.
They were charged with obstruction of justice.
Okay.
And the reason this was downgraded because officials believe due to having all the gas in the car and huffing for their 21-hour drive to the border, the men were highly likely to be intoxicated and didn't realize how serious the situation really was.
100%. Wow.
Yeah.
I believe it. I've never huffed gas myself, but I've seen some videos and they don't look too bright.
Obviously, these kids were not all that smart.
No. That was a good one. That was a great one to close us off here, Ella. I had a great episode today. I want to tell everybody, please like, subscribe, comment, review, anything you can to help us out. We appreciate it. We've also got some bonus content coming on Patreon. We're going to have our Patreon. I'll post that link there as well. And I had a great day, and I hope everybody enjoys their day. Ella, anything from you to close off the show today?
No, I had a good time.
Had a good time? All right, small time crime.
Out.